so many of the older guys I would like to sit down and just spend the evening with, have dinner with. So I don't know, just talk about the sport and try to enrich my understanding of it and the history of it. So history is really when I was young, most of the young guys, they don't care about history too much, or because I remember I was on Pete Peterson, one of the older guys, and got to go on a trip down to Australia in '68. In fact, it was right when the shortboard revolution happened. But he was along. But all I knew, he was an old tandem guy. He was going along with his tandem partner, and I didn't know his history. But after he passed away, and as I started to study the history of the sport and realized what a unbelievable icon he was of the sport, I just kicked myself in the butt. God, why didn't I? If I would have known what I know now, I definitely would have taken him aside and spent time with him and taken him to dinner and try to learn from him. I see it as art all the way.
Tell me about that.
I don't know. I feel like a performer sometimes. It's
But it doesn't matter if anyone.
in an artistic way. Hey, if somebody's there, great. If they're not, doesn't matter. Just depends on how the ocean is. I think we're all a little bit of a ham. I used to make a board called The Egg, and I had a green egg, and I don't know if you know Dr. Zeus, but I was green eggs and ham. I think there's a little show off in all of us, to a degree.
Yeah, but even if you're by yourself out there, it doesn't really change, does it?
No.
So.
It's more fun when you have a few people around, though. Not too many people. So you can, I don't know. It's always fun with just by yourself. Some people say, "Oh man, I got to surf by myself." But to me, I don't know. I like to have a few buddies or at least a few people around, so I can appreciate them. I can see their attack on how they surf, and that inspires me, and then we'll inspire each other. By yourself, I don't know. It's fun, but I don't know. I always like a few people there. You visualize where sometimes you can do better at mind surfing than you can regular surfing, because you can change. Like I have 50 different boards, so I have short boards, long boards, so I can play all those different boards like each one's a different instrument, so to speak. So I'll just look and see what instrument plays the best in that scenario as I'm going along. Sometimes the board's way shorter than I could ever ride. In my mind as I'm riding the wave, wow, wow, woo, woo, just but in my mind I can see it happening, but, I probably couldn't do it physically, so yeah, sure. And I think mind surfing like that actually enables guys, especially the young guys and the guys that are doing, advancing the sport with maneuvers and stuff. They do it in their mind before they can do it physically, so. No, mind surfing is definitely, I think every session that, if you have time to study it, you're mind surfing it, you're definitely mind surfing it before you actually go out and do it.